Well, good morning, awesome, beautiful people. Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad. Today, I want to talk to you guys about coming to Thailand, moving to Thailand. If you're on the fence about how to get here, the visa stuff, it all sounds complicating. And when you go on the internet, it all sounds negative. And when you ask somebody, a lot of times they say, oh, it's very difficult. Immigration's hard to deal with. There's a lot of places that are much easier. I disagree 100%. I'm going to prove to you why that is today. And I think the immigration process, I think Thailand is probably the best place to stay, easiest place to stay. And yeah, I'm going to get into that here this morning. I hope you guys have already subscribed to the channel. If not, please make sure you're still subscribed. And if you got time, just click that button. Good morning. Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and this is my beautiful wife of 15 years, Paige. We downsized, saved, and liquidated to quit our lifestyle in America of living for things to a life of wherever it might take us. We moved to Thailand November of 2016. We currently live Thai style on the Mekong River in a town called ThatPhanom in the province of NakhonPhanom. This is my wonderful Thai family. Every day for us is an adventure. And we spend most of our time exploring and living for the moment. We know nothing lasts forever, and we try to enjoy every new day we have. I don't have time for things that really don't matter in my life. So there you have it. No time to be sad. Kitty, are you wanting to be pet? I'm getting my soup this morning.
จริงมันทำให้เราใจอ่อน
แมวดื้อแมวดื้อแมวดื้อ
ของอาเนี่ยลูกอาสิเอาเนี่ย
กินเป็นไหม
กินบ้าง
ลองดูหัวหนึ่ง
ลองดู
ขอบคุณมาก
มันญี่ปุ่น
กินอร่อยนะ
ขอบคุณนะครับ
ฝากแฟนหัวหนึ่ง
โอเคครับขอบคุณครับ The sweet potato soup. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
Your hair is nice and bright red this morning. What are you about to cut?
I just gonna trim the tree.
I went to Udon with my mom a couple weeks ago or last month, and Paige was so bored she cut all the trees down like a Thai style trim. I came back and with the sticks.
It's grow already.
My mother-in-law. Okay, let's get into this about retiring in Thailand. This is the easiest place. Let's just start off by saying a lot of people are contemplating retiring outside of their home country. A lot of people are tired of basically their government dictating the quality of life that they can have, dictating where their money can be spent. A lot of times governments are making decisions based on their ability to stay in the government, and then to be public servants, all of a sudden they become multi-millionaires. I think people are tired of that. They don't really know how to convince other people to fix the government problem, so they can only worry about themselves. So they're contemplating on moving to Southeast Asia. So I've heard a lot about how easy it is to live in one country or the other, and Thailand being like some of the most difficult place to deal with because of the constant rules change, which is not true. This and that. I think they get confused about the constant rule change because a lot of immigration departments do things differently when it comes to required documentation. And some are real easy. And some, like John Tien, they'd rather you get an agent to deal with the immigration. One thing about Thailand itself is Thailand is predominantly Buddhist. Thailand believes in, the Thai Buddhist people, I should say, believe in karma, which means that you get back what you give. for me, it's one of the safest places I've ever been in my life. You could drop your wallet on the ground and most likely somebody would try to give it back to you, or they just walk around it. There's not much violent crimes here in Thailand. Every country has its problems. I will say this, that Thai people are extremely good at minding their own business and only want to be happy. They don't want to lose face. They don't want to be disrespected just like anybody else. But for the most part, everybody here is not in your business, especially as a foreigner, but they're curious. And as long as you're not trying to create a problem for somebody else as an outsider, there's not going to be a problem for you. Just like people coming into your home country, you want them to be respectful and enjoy your culture and not try to disrupt the way that people live there. I think in general, that's most of the reasons why I initially wanted to come to Thailand was because of the Thai people. Now let's talk about immigration. So you guys are considering moving to any country. The very first thing you need to do is go on the internet, not on a Google chat site or a forum or this or that. Go on the official government sites of whatever country you're interested in and look at immigration laws. Look at what it takes to qualify for a long-term visa in that country. And there's a lot of times there's multiple ways to stay in a country, and look at that and see if that suits you. Also look at the fact that can I live there based on the economy, the people, the living standards, the food, the weather. All of that stuff has to come in consideration before you do your research. So when you see Thailand, it's pretty black and white. It basically says in order to qualify for a retirement visa, these are the couple of options that you need to obtain a retirement visa. If you want to work in Thailand, you want to study in Thailand, do you want to get a dependent visa, like you're married or you're related to somebody who's Thai, stuff like that. There's a lot of options to stay here. There's a multiple year visas, there's elite visas, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm going to tell you guys how to come here for literally nothing. To be hassle-free, not bring any money, not worry about anything, not visit the immigration office, all of that stuff. So I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a moment. My father-in-law sells tuk-tuks, and our guard dog doesn't like the customers. My father-in-law doesn't really sell tuk-tuks, he manufactures them, he builds them. If you guys ever see a tuk-tuk like this in Thailand, my father-in-law made it. There's a couple of different designs, but this particular design is pretty much everything is hand-built, and most of the chassis are from a Daihatsu. Engine's a 3-cylinder Daihatsu, and you get it in automatic or standard. They range between 90 and 120,000 baht and can go up as much as you want it customized. Tuk-tuk เซตกี่คัน
15 คัน
15 คัน Tuk-tuk ธรรมดาราคาเท่าไหร่นะครับ
ราคา100,000 บาท
100,000 baht. So 120,000 baht for just the basic tuk-tuk. Now he can make them a little longer bed for you, do a custom color, custom, and they last forever. Of course, many foreigners buy those and ride around. Some of them use them for golf carts. to haul their stuff around. But as long as you're not using it to be a taxi driver, which you can't do as a foreigner, you can own it. Just you can't have a chauffeur's license. And no, he doesn't deliver outside of the country. You can come pick it up and have it shipped. But he will deliver within Thailand. Two biggest complaints about a retirement visa in Thailand. Actually, three. The first one, I say it's very difficult to deal with Thai immigration, and they don't want to deal with that. If you're living outside your country, in another country, you're going to have to deal with immigration of some sort, right? Or you're going to have to deal with the government no matter what. You're a foreigner in their country, and, you know, that's just the way it is. The second thing is the deposits, the money. Every country has its financial requirement of you to be able to stay long-term in their country. I'm just going to use, for an example, a basic retirement visa. There's a couple of ways you have to prove. You have to bring 65,000 baht a month into the country, and then you have to prove those funds come from your country every year. Each deposit, or the easiest way, is just to deposit the 800,000 baht requirement to stay in Thailand in a bank account to qualify you as a retiree here. 800,000 baht is roughly, I don't know, about $22,000. I don't have my calculator at the moment, or exchange rate, exact exchange rate. But if you don't have that money, I don't think it's probably necessary for you to even attempt to retire outside of your country anyway. Thailand does not keep those funds. Those funds are still yours. They gain interest, and the bank taxes that, so you don't have the tax obligation. The tax thing is another story that's being beat up. Don't worry about that. It's always best to do your own research anyway and use your own logic about that stuff. So anyway, I'm a firm believer in figuring stuff out on your own, because listening to other people becomes a headache. Maybe listening to me, but I'm telling you, you can look it up, and I'll share the links in the description box of this video on how to obtain that information, including what I'm going to tell you next. Don't take my word, you can talk to them. I'm your guide to success. Just think about it like that. No BS, just success. Right now, you can come to Thailand on a 60-day, if you're from most of the western parts of the world, you can come to Thailand for 60 days. You can get that extended for 30 more days for 1,900 baht. You can stay in the country for 90 days. At this point, you can determine if Thailand is for you or not. You can see, and it really depends on where you go. Like if you go to the slums of, well, I'm not going to say slums. Pattayaa's a beautiful place. Sorry. If you go to certain places in Thailand, you might find Thailand to be not so friendly. Aggressive, pushy. Maybe the Thai people are a little standoffish. It's kind of to be expected in some touristy areas because of demands that are on them and the lack of communication. So my suggestion is to come visit Thailand for 90 days, see if you like it first, and then make your decisions based on that. I guarantee you, if you travel around Thailand and get to see the culture, you'll have a whole different perspective than the 2 or 3 places that people love to come stay. So the other thing is the 90-day check-in. The 90-day check-in to a lot of people seems like it's a nuisance. Like, why do you need to know where I'm at every 90 days? As if they're somebody special in this country and don't need to be. I think a lot of times people, when they have, let's say they have Thai children here, or they have a business, or they own a house, or they have ownership, they feel like, man, I shouldn't have to do this crap. Why do they need to know? I've been in this house, I have my money, blah, 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 blah. I get it. It's their rule. They want to know that you're still at that address every 90 days. Because a lot of people come to Thailand and they move around. You can only do your 90-day check-in in the province that you say you live. So when you come to Thailand, you have to set up a residence, and you have to go to that immigration, and you have to deal with it, the 90-day check-in. You don't have to go in. A lot of people say the 90-day reporting online doesn't work. Well, figure out a way to make it work. There's something that you're inputting in there that it's not working, because a lot of people say it doesn't work here. Some of the other people say it works just fine. So immigration would rather you do your 90-day check-in online than come into the office. And I know a lot of people say, well, the office is close. I like to pop in, bring them some snacks, say hello, gives me a reason to go into town. Whatever is easy for you. I'm just saying you can do it online, and you don't have to deal with immigration. I brought my mother here, and she went through the same process I'm about to tell you guys about. I do her 90-day check-in for her online, and I do mine online. It takes like no effort. Just gotta set an alarm on my phone to remind me the date. You have to do the 90-day check-in, and this is where some mistakes are made. You can do your 90-day check-in 7 days prior to the date, or no later than 7 days after, or you get a little fine. But in order to do it online, you have to do it before the 7 days, no later than 14 days. So I always do it like 12, 13 days out. I'll do the online check-in. If you do it on day number 6, it's not going to work. I don't know why. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe it does work now. A lot of times they change their programming in there. But maybe it does. Maybe it'll work the day before. I don't know. I've never tried it. I always just schedule it 12, 13 days, unless it falls on a weekend. And I usually get the approval the same day or the next day. And then I print it out and I put it in my passport. So the $800,000 deposit. People say, well, Chuck, how do I do that? Because I can't get a bank account to put the money over here to qualify for it, because the banks won't let me do it without a long-term visa. Well, first off, if you're doing it yourself on your first visa attempt, you get a 90-day coming in, and then you get that extended for 12 months. When you come here, you check into immigration, and they'll tell you the process that needs to be done to get your extension. On the first extension, you're supposed to have the $800,000 about 2 months prior to your extension. After that, it changes. It's 3 months before, 3 months after, and can't go below 400 beyond that. So the first one, they don't expect you to just magically have the money. They give you 30 days to do that after they give you the 90-day stamp. And then you have to do you have to do the qualifications to be able to get that extended. So let's just forget about that part. That sounds complicated. So what you do is you just hire, and I'm only going to recommend my law office service. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get a dime from them. Not that they wouldn't gladly put me on their payroll, because I've given them quite a few customers. And if you do contact them, make sure you tell them I sent you, so that they always take good care of my people. So make sure you tell them that I sent you. They'll probably know anyway, because you'll most likely be a really nice guy or lady. So I'm going to recommend this law service. I'll put the link there. You can contact them on Facebook Messenger. You can send them an email. You can talk to them yourself for your own situation. And, they'll go as far as getting you a plane ticket to Thailand, finding you a hotel, pick you up from the hotel, bring you to the immigration office, get all your bank account, your visa stuff, carry you back to your, whatever it takes. This is called a VIP service. It's not anything illegal in Thailand. It's not anything shady. And let me say this. What I'm about to tell you is a go around. I don't know what to tell you on other countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, this and that, how to go around the government to get stuff done without, like, sometimes you got to know somebody. Well, right now you know somebody, me. I'm going to tell you how to do it. So you get a hold of this law office, really, really nice people. They will accommodate you as much as you need. So once you come to Thailand, however you're going to get there, you're going to use his help or whatever. What happens is he gets you to the immigration downtown. He gets you a bank account first. It'll be your bank account. You don't have to deal with how to do it, how to find somebody to qualify you, all these signatures. He gets the bank account done in a matter of maybe 30 minutes at the most, depends on how many people are in there. A little bit of signatures, you know, everything in Thailand requires 1,000 signatures, 1,000 pieces of paper, and then you obtain the bank account. From there, you go upstairs. At that moment of the bank account, he's deposited 800,000 baht in your bank account. You now are 800,000 baht richer. At that point, you go upstairs, you get a visa for 90 days, 15. You end up getting 15 months, but you initially get 90 days. That gets a signature. Then you move. He pays another fee. We're not going to get onto the fees and stuff because I don't know exactly what he's going to charge you. He takes care of all of the fees inside the immigration. He will just charge you the initial fee of what it takes depending on your needs. It's well worth it, guys. You know, when I say law office, people think, oh, that's thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not. You can contact them and you'd be really surprised of how easy this is, the process is, and how little money it is to get VIP treatment in Thailand without having an elite visa and paying all that money. The elite visa is very expensive. This is a fraction of what that costs, and it's a better way. Everybody's happy, even immigration. I'm telling you, when you go in immigration, you just part waves. You come through there like you're royalty, and everybody, there's hundreds of people sitting around. You kind of feel bad for them, but bam, you're in, out. He handles everything. So you get a 12-month extension beyond that 3-month, and you're out of there. That's it. You're done. You're legally here in Thailand for 15 months. Now your obligation is to do the 90-day check-in. David will explain to you how to do that. You can go online, put your address in there, and then go from there. He will explain the whole procedure, whatever questions you have. Your only obligation at this point is to check in with immigration. You can give them your new address wherever. Let's say you're going to go move to Hua Hin. So you need to check in with the immigration. I'm in Hua Hin, here's my stuff. And then you give them your address wherever you're staying. And yeah, the person who owns the hotel or the resort or the condo or whatever, that has to be, you have to have a copy of their name in their house book and a copy of their ID. But if you can, bring them with you and just make it super easy. Initially, you have to do that when you're coming into the country. And then from there, you set up, how do you do the 90-day check-in? You got to do it there, or do you got to do it, can you do it online? So chances are you can do it online. You just got to make sure you get the right information. And you're done. And guess what? You didn't put any money in the bank account. And now you can start putting money in there if you want, transfer money from your own account for your living expenses. You can set up an online account where you can do the scan pay, so you don't even have to carry money around that much, any cash. Everybody takes scan pay here. It's super easy. There's no fees for that. And I think when you take money out of the machine, even if it's your own bank, it's like 20 baht or something like that. But with the scan pay, there is no fee. Now, let's just say next year you want to stay another year. You really love Thailand. And let me back up a little bit. If you come here on the 90-day and you say, I want to stay in Thailand, and you pay for this visa service, you can go back to, get a multiple entry, and you can go outside and go back home, deal with your stuff, and come back. But if you want to get it extended a following year, you go pay him another visit, and there's another legal way to do financial income verification. There's all kinds of ways that he gets it done depending on your situation to get it extended every year. So this isn't something shady. This is a law office, official law office in Thailand, and it's a VIP service. So I just told you how you can come to Thailand without bringing any money, with little effort. You pay a little fee. You take the VIP luxury service to the front of the line in the Bangkok crazy busy immigration office. What country do you know is that easy? Tell me in the comment section if there is. And if you guys know any kind of way around to legally deal with immigration in that country, you can share that information too in the description box. I'm not saying Thailand is the best country in the world for everybody to retire in, because we all have different needs and different standards and quality of life. I'm just saying, because of the culture, the freshness of the food, the weather, yeah, it's hot. It's hot all in Southeast Asia, unless you want to move to Japan or Korea or China. Anyway, the weather, I don't like cold weather, and nobody's baking out in the sun here. If you live here, you're usually sitting in front of a fan. You can easily adapt to that. The weather, just the whole culture, the cost of living is, I don't want to say it's like cheap. It's real. Like, it's not padded. Like, it's not hyper inflated. You know, it makes sense. The economy, the pricing makes sense here in Thailand, and your currency goes a long way here. The medical care, look it up yourself. Thailand is a very popular medical tourist destination. They have 5-star hospitals here in Thailand. Amazing care, I know firsthand. My mother had hip surgery here. You're not going to get better care for here, and insurance is pretty reasonable if you have insurance in your home country. You know, and you can use it here. I'm sure they would be more than happy to use the Thai cost of healthcare than where you come from to help you. Or you could, if you don't have healthcare, make sure you get a emergency medical plan, which a lot of times you can obtain at the bank. You don't get it right there, and initially they will try to sell it to you right there when you're getting your account. And you can, and I do recommend that because it's cheap, and it's like, I don't know, like 5,000 baht for like 25,000 baht. That doesn't sound like a lot, but the cost of medical care here is nothing. Normally you'll spend 500 to 1,000 baht if you go to a clinic, if that. I went and got 2 cortisone shots in my thumb the other day at a major private hospital in Khon Kaen. And I don't remember, I think it was like 2,000 baht for x-rays, consultation, and 2 shots. I think it was like $60, something like that. I have some working too much with my hands. My cartilage is worn out, so looking into stem cell treatment next. But right now I feel great after the cortisone shot. We'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, guys, I'm still going to carry, this is an everyday life video channel in Thailand. If you're new to this channel, we have over a couple thousand videos of traveling, of Thai life. If you guys want to get a glimpse into how life is, a regular everyday life, check out our channel. I usually don't have anything really to talk about like this, just everyday stuff. And I hope you guys stay entertained. But anyway, I'm going to finish the video off today with whatever we're doing. I hope this information was good for you. I hope you consider coming to Thailand and checking it out for 90 days. And yeah, see the law office. Make things simple. Don't make things so complicated. Okay, there's no reason to. None at all. Don't overthink it. Don't listen to the hype. every year there's some sad story of how somebody's trying to rip somebody off somewhere in Thailand, and it always comes to pass. Time will always tell. So, anyway, yeah. If you have any other questions, put them in the description box. I'll try to answer them, and if you guys want to chime in and share some thoughts or some answers, feel free to do that. Well, always cooking in the kitchen, our new kitchen, every day. What are you doing, baby? Is your happy time? What do you want? You don't live here.
It's my temporary.
Gonna bite me? Yeah.
Yeah. Because
She wants to eat food. Or he, whatever. Well, 5 o'clock beer time. Chonggal means click the glass, which means like cheers. Chonggal. Chonggal. We're going to walk down to our local market and get dinner tonight. There's no place that I would rather be than Thailand. We've traveled many Asian countries, and even though my wife is Thai, I don't know, there's something about Thailand. You just have to experience it yourself if you've never been here. But glad to be here. Today, I hope you guys learned how to easily handle immigration, how to come here effortless. Really, really simple. Thailand's always an adventure. Anyway, come with me to the market for a little bit.
Selfie station.
This hotel has the softest beds in Thailand.
In ThatPhanom.
I'm sorry, in ThatPhanom. That's definitely not true. In ThatPhanom, yes. Come on, baby. Well, last night they didn't have all this.
No, last night they have the parade to the temple.
Oh.
Maybe Friday.
หน้ามาซื้อไปกินแล้วมาขอเอาไปด้วย
You're gonna have a dance off?
Huh? I think so. They will have a dance. That's why they have the I'm sorry. She's like,
เดี๋ยวซ้อมก่อนนะครับซ้อมก่อนซ้อมนะครับสองแถวนะครับนะครับสองแถวให้เป็นสองแถวนะครับซ้อมวิธีการไม่ซ้อมซ้อมตรงไหนไม่ครับเชิญครับซึ่งขณะนี้ท่านใดเปิดพระประดมได้เดินทางมาถึงแล้วนะครับเราก็เชิญนางรำนะครับน้องติดกล้องมันเรียงดีเลยครับ
the dance. นักกบนักเนื้อหมูอะไร
Just some snacks. I hope.
เอากลับมาได้เงินตัวคนละครึ่ง
All right, guys, gonna end today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow's video is gonna be a birthday party. Unfortunately, it's gonna be mine. I say that because I think after 50, it's unfortunate you've, well, not unfortunate you lived another year, but you're aging quickly, I should say. I retired at the age of 46. Tomorrow I'll be 56. I've been living in Thailand now for almost 8 years. November will be 8 years. And I have no regrets and I love every minute of it. And I'm glad I did everything I could possibly do to retire at an early age and try to enjoy life as much as possible. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Bye.